There you are. Well, welcome along to this afternoon's United Kingdom talk. It's just gone 3 o'clock on Saturday, the 4th of September 2010. It's been a bit of a day for me, boys and girls. I wouldn't say... No, I can't... No, I was going to say, did it have a happy ending or a sad ending? If I tell you that, then you'll know the story, won't you? Eh? You'll know then. Now, I have to tell you, first of all, I am waiting for an important call. I am waiting for an important call, which I may have to take while you're there. I hope you don't mind. Okay? Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear the other side of it. But I may have to take a call, so you'll just be able to hear me rabbiting away to whoever it is that's calling in. So this morning, I thought I'd go out for a nice bike ride to Crowthorne. Now, I live in Bracknell, and to get to Crowthorne, you can either do it by road, or you can go straight across the forest. By the way, thank you very much to Millie, who reminds me to hit the record button this afternoon, which I have already done. Thank you, Millie. It's always important to remind me to hit the record button, which I have done. So it's all very nice. So around about just before 12 o'clock, it was about 10 to 12, I jumped on my bike and I thought, well, I'll go to the bank while I'm there and put my wages in the bank. So I jumped on the bike and started cycling. Now, on it's my new mountain bike, yes, that I've had for just a few months. That's the one I usually take over the forest. I don't take the other one over the forest because the tyres, it's a road bike, you see, and they don't really grip the gravel and the grit as you go up and down the hills over there. So I filled. I got a little bag on the front, just a little grey bag on the front of the bike. Okay, so I filled that up with keys and money and bank card and some other little bits and little bits and pieces. Now on the side of this bag is like a string sort of pocket. Okay, and I always put my mobile phone in there, right? So I've put my mobile phone in that little side pocket and away we go, right? So left the house, well, I left the house 2 or 3 times, as I always do. Oh, it's terrible. I can never remember everything. Are you like that? Do you know what I mean? You close the door, you lock the front door, then you lock the gate, and you just about, I've left something on or something like that. It always takes me about 3 times to actually leave my house now for some reason. I don't know why that is. Eventually, I managed to get the door locked, and off I went. So I cycled down my little path, and do you know, it's a horrible smell of fish. And it's coming from me because I've just had fish and chips. I can smell it on... I wish I'd washed my hands now. Oh, it's vile. Oh, it's a horrible smell of smish. I won't be able to get rid of that till I finish the show and I can go and have a shower or something. I just had fish and chips. That's why. Oh, it's awful. I think it's fish anyway. Well, I've had terrible trouble, you know, with wind recently. I don't know what that's causing that, but anyway. Where was I now? Oh, yes. So I'm on my bike now, and no, I'm not going to give you a demonstration of the wind. This is not the Ross Pat Zelt show where we start doing, you know, passing wind or words to that effect or burping. No, this is a little bit more classy than that, I think you find. There won't be any of that here. You know... No rudeness here. This is a family-based programme and all are welcome at all times. Welcome along. Children, grandparents, those in between. I like to think I'm sort of in between at the younger end. Maybe not. I just done this. Actually, I just done this survey with some bloke. He was at the end of the forest. A man... While I was coming out after my journey, he said, "Excuse me, sir, a man approached me in the forest." Can you believe that? I thought, hello, that's very strange. And produced a clipboard and a pen. I thought, is he a Russian spy? And it just turned out that he wanted to know what I was doing over the forest. And I thought, oh, if only you know. No, listen. No, stop it now. Stop it. Get to the point, Chris Reardon. Thank you. So I've left my house, gone up the road, crossed the little road, gone through another bit, and then I have to cross a very, very busy road. You can look at it up on the map if you want, called 9 Mile Ride. Nasty road, okay? 50 mile an hour limits, but 50 is far too fast, because where there is a crossing in the road, there's no zebra crossing or traffic lights, okay? It's just where you can get across the road. Where that is a blind spot. And it is the most ridiculous place I've ever come across where there is somewhere, you know, to walk across the road. Really, you shouldn't walk across there, but there isn't really anywhere else. It is a blind spot. It is horrendously dangerous. Now, me being a little bit older, I'm actually quite sensible, and I dismount the bike and I wait until both sides are completely clear. Because this road, I mean, I'm telling you now, they're 50, 60, 70 mile an hour. Right? And if they see you, they won't slow down, they will hoot. Worst road ever. And why there isn't a pelican crossing there, which is like a crossing with lights, or a zebra crossing, I don't know. It's so dangerous. Now, as I say, me being sensible, I get off the bike, wait till both, and then I walk it across. But a child wouldn't bother to do that, would they? They'd misjudge the timing of the cars coming towards them, and they would simply cycle across. And I don't know if there has been many. My guess is there's been a lot of accidents on that particular crossing. Nasty road. And unfortunately, in this country, usually you have to have a few deaths before they do anything about it. I mean, it really is bad, this road. Anyway, so I'm across there, and then I start cycling through the forest. And then the alarm on my telephone goes off, the 12 o'clock alarm, which indicates me to take tablets. So I took tablets at 12 o'clock, stopped the alarm, put the phone back in the little side pocket, which isn't very secure, to be honest, okay? I then cycled through the forest, not many people around at that time. I went past a runner, who was actually very nice, but I didn't think I was his sort. So I went past a runner, a man with a dog, and a couple of families, you know, mum and dad and two little children with them, all out on their mountain bikes, most of them with helmets on, I must say. They've got the cycle helmets on, you know, beautiful they are. Now, I have to say, in this country, we don't have to wear cycle helmets. I know you do, for example, in Australia, it is a legal requirement that you have to wear a cycle helmet, not in this country. Now, I have to say, most people I find now do wear a cycle helmet. And indeed, a few months ago, I did go down when I bought my new bike. I did go down and I thought, well, let's get a helmet and, you know, see how that is. I just could not get on with these things. They won't sit properly on my head. I don't know what it is. And if you move like that, the helmet moves as well. And it clearly states that the helmet is supposed to fit and it shouldn't move about. Well, I mean, you know, and then you make that thing underneath your neck tighter and tighter, don't you? And I'm like, can't cycle like that, can I? You know, I'm nearly strangling myself on my bike. So that's why I don't wear one. I have got a cycle helmet. I really should have one, but I don't. Most people, however, I would say 80% of the people that I see on bikes now, certainly around here, have got cycle helmets on. Have you got one? Do you like wearing it? I just find it so cumbersome. I mean, they're not heavy, to be honest. I have tried also a motorcycle helmet on before, and I couldn't get on that at all. I cannot have my head enclosed in that thing, dear. No! Oh, I think I'm a little bit claustrophobic. My mum was claustrophobic. She wouldn't even get in a lift. I'm quite happy to go in a lift. I wouldn't like to be in a submarine. Oh, my God. Or in pothole. I mean, what's all that about? Potholing? Why would you want to go through a tiny little gap in a rock with the possibility of water flooding in there and you drowning in this tiny hole? I don't understand people that want to go potholing. I really don't. We don't like enclosed spaces like that. Can't wear a motorcycle helmet. So I continued on my journey up and down the hills, and there are some very, very steep hills. And some of it's also very bumpy as well. You know, you've got to look. You can't be looking around when you're over the forest. You've got to look down, watch out for tree roots and big holes and things like that. Mind you, it's a bit like that in London, to be honest. Certainly in certain parts of London, Camden, around the Euston area, the potholes in that road are unbelievable. You know, you've got to watch them. Forget the speed cameras and the traffic lights. Look at the road. Otherwise, you'll have no wheels left. Shocking. I got a cup of tea with me today, I hope you don't mind. So carried on my journey, went underneath a road bridge thing where it goes under and up again, and continued cycling, went past the runner, got to the end and got all the way to the bank. So you kind of come out of the forest, and then you go like through a village called Crowthorne. Lovely little place that is, really. Crowthorne Village. I think it's called a village. I think it's a village anyway. They got like a parade of shops not a shopping centre. I don't like shopping centres. Parade of shops, you know, either side of the street in Crowthorne. And nice places, a couple of pubs there, a few restaurants. Spoilt, I'm afraid, by a very large Lidl in the middle of it all. I mean, you know, if there was one place you wouldn't expect there to be a Lidl, it's Crowthorne. I mean, it just ruins the entire area. Waitrose, yes. Sainsbury's, possibly. But not Lidl. I don't know who sold them that piece of land there. Have you been in a Lidl? Oh, them and Audi, the worst shops ever. Awful, awful places. Dirt cheap food. But, you know, useless. I hate them. I hate them. And it's slap bang in the middle of the street. It is Lidl. Why isn't that a Waitrose? Please, someone tell me. So I'd done that. Went to the bank, done that. I then went to the cycle shop because I haven't got a lock for that particular bike. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to go into the co-op. Where they've got a co-op there. No, co-op is not on the same level as Lidl. Not at all. No, it's not. Cooperative is like it's a local shop. It has a bit more it's not classy like Waitrose, but it is you find a co-op, I think, in most towns in the UK. Lovely. Some of them are very small. I've got a very small co-op near me, and some of them are very large. Okay. So I wanted to go into the co-op. I thought, well, while I'm down here, I might as well buy a lock for my bike. So I bought a new lock for that bike. It cost me £37. I got one with a key. You know, you can get some of them with little numbers that you twiddle round, and what's that called? Combination lock. That's it. You get into combination lock occasionally, don't you? But I got the one with a key because I never remember the numbers. Can you? Passwords for this, passwords for that, pass numbers here, pass numbers there. Can't remember the numbers. So I got one with a key. That cost me £34. Very helpful man in a shop. And I went out, and I locked up. I locked up my bike with my brand new lock outside the co-op, and I went in my bag on the front of the bike. It's not a basket, okay? It's not like, you know, the basket on the front of the witch's bike on the Wizard of Oz. It is not like that. It is a grey bag. I don't have a basket. If I had a basket on the front of my bike, I'd happily take my cat, Katie, for tours. I would take her out for tours, but it's a grey bag. I don't think she'd want to get in an old grey bag. Maybe a wicker perhaps I should have a wicker basket put on the front of the bike, you know, just to take the cat for walks. Would she like that? I don't know. I think maybe you've got to try it. I try it or something. Now, Mikey Holt's just messaging, and so far he's managed to write one line so far in his message, and in that line, can you believe it's not a criticism? Which I find unusual. Are you feeling okay this morning, Mikey? There must be something wrong with the show so far that you've found. We've been on now for 15 minutes. There must be something that's upsetting you. Surely, either the quality of the sound, the fact that we don't need a video, maybe the too many rules. There must be something wrong, Mikey, isn't there? Surely, you've written an entire line of message and you haven't moaned about anything. What's wrong? Anyway, Mikey Holt says he can't stand Lidl and Audi either. No, I can't either, Mikey. We do agree on that. We do agree. We don't like Audi and we don't like Lidl. Awful places to go shopping. Okay? My experience, that's my experience. I don't like them. Maybe you like them. I tell you what, if there is anyone who likes or who wants to comment at all, maybe there may be someone out there who actually likes Audi or Lidl, please send in an email. Now, whether you're listening live, and it's 3:15, on Saturday, the 4th of September 2010, if that's the time and date where you are now, then you are with us live. Or, if you are with us live, you can join in by Skype or telephone. Our Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. All one word, okay? United Kingdom Radio. Or there's a phone number, 020 3287 1488. Now, if you want to Skype in, you can either Skype in message-wise, i.e. type a message, like Mikey Holt likes to do, or you can Skype in vocally and you can speak to me. How exciting is that? Or probably more exciting for me that, it stinks of fish in this room. It's because I had fish and chips before I came in. It's on my hands. Oh, it's absolutely vile. I tell you. You can Skype in United Kingdom Radio, or you can phone in on a local London number, 020 3287 1488. That's if you're with us live. Now, whether you're with us live or listening or watching a recording of the show, you can join in by email. Don't think because you're not listening live you can't join in, because you can. In fact, more people email this show than do connect with me any other way. So the email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Mikey Holt says, my toe is killing me. Cut it off. There's no doctors around today, and you'll have to wait far too far at a casualty unit in a hospital. So don't bother. Just cut off the toe. Cut the toe off and give it to your cat. She will appreciate that. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. So we're outside the co-op now. I've gone in my bag. I've taken out my little purse of money. Joe Morris, who used to doesn't do podcasts anymore, he sent me this little purse a long time ago. It's not a purse, a money holder, okay? It's a little black thing with a T on the front. It stands for... Well, in Ross Patzel's case, it would stand for Tourette's syndrome, as he swears so much. But the purse in my case stands for Texas, California, Texas, USA. Okay? Because it was sent from Joe Morris from AmericanTalkUSA.com, and he is in Texas, and he sent it to me a long time ago, and I do use it, Joe. Thank you very much. So I've got that out, put it in my pocket, and I went to the side. Where's the mobile phone? I thought, oh, maybe it's in my tracksuit. Oh my God, I've just mentioned the fact that I was wearing tracksuit bottoms. Oh no, now you will know that I have been practicing at being a chav today, boys and girls. Don't think because I'm sitting in front of you now in this rather nice shirt that I've been like this all day. Because I go to the bank and I tend to do my things about town looking very, very chavvy. In a pair of tracksuit bottoms and a bright, luminous green T-shirt, which I don't think I've got in here with me at the moment. No, it's not here. And it wasn't in my pocket. I thought it must be in the main part of the bag. Looked in the main part of the bag. No telephone. And I'm now thinking, oh no. Looked everywhere. I've now gone into the co-op, okay, because I wanted to purchase some blueberries. I've nearly run out of blueberries. No blueberries left, unfortunately. So I came out of the co-op, purchased nothing, unlocked my bike and started looking for the phone again. No phone. I thought, I know what's happened. It's jumped out of the side pocket somewhere on the way here. My guess is it would have happened in the forest area when I was going over those bumps and potholes. So I then cycled as quickly as I could back to the beginning of the forest area and started going through it, keeping an eagle eye out, observing the floor, looking for my mobile telephone equipment. And I went much more slowly than I did. And every now and again I would go past someone and I looked at them suspiciously. And I thought to myself, I wonder if you have found my mobile phone and have picked it up and have secretly stowed it in your pocket. So as people were walking past me, I kind of thought to myself, should I... I'm looking at these people's pockets. I mean, I don't know what they thought I was looking at as I was going past them, to be honest. Yes. I also looked at the sort of side of the path where there are like ferns and hedges and things growing there, thinking that it may have jumped out there into one of those, but to no avail, boys and girls. And I got home a little bit later, came into my house and immediately grabbed my house phone and rang the number. And it rang. I held my phone away from my ear and listened carefully. Nothing. Not a sausage. I thought, I haven't mislaid this. This has jumped out of that thing. And I thought, first things first, ring up the phone company. So I rang up Orange. The future's bright. The future is orange. That's the mobile phone company, and that's their logo. It's a good logo, isn't it, eh? The future's bright, the future is orange. I rang them immediately, and I was connected. Hello, Mr. Reardon, you're through to Orange Premier's customer service. Can I just point out, Premier customer services I get? Yes! Premier, because I am one of their best customers ever. Premier customer services. When you ring them, they answer you with your name. How fantastic is that, dear? Wonderful service. I've been with Orange now for about 20 years. I've been very, very happy with the service. And that's it. Always pay. They love me because I pay the bills on time. I never miss a payment, dear. It must be paid. All these people that leave their bills to the last minute. To what for? Why do they do that? What is the point of leaving your bill to the last minute? Or maybe being cut off and then having to have the hassle of being reconnected and all that old rubbish again, innit? Anyway. So I've rung them up, told them my predicament. I said, I can't believe this has happened. I said, for the first time in 20 years, I've lost my mobile phone. And I was considering crying at that point down the phone to the man, who sounded very nice and helpful, I must say. But I chose not to. Anyway, they took some details. Can I have the first and third letter of your password? I always find that very difficult, don't you? Yeah, because when you ring up these companies, sometimes they ask for part of your password, perhaps the first or the second and the fifth letter or number of your password. And I find that difficult to work that out in my head without going through the whole thing, you know. But there we are. So I gave that to him and it was all sorted. And he says, well, you've left it, it hasn't quite been an hour yet, he said. Do you want to wait until and see if it turns up? I said, well, I doubt it. I said, I know what's happened. It's jumped out of my bag somewhere in the forest. He said, well, I can put a bar on it if you want. I said, well, hang on a minute. I'll tell you what. I said, I've got a pay-as-you-go one as well. I'll go back over the forest and keep ringing the phone to see if I can hear it. You know, maybe in a bush or something like that. Maybe it's fallen into a bush. I said, will you arrange for another one to come? He said, no, if you're going to do that, he said, not much point in doing that. But if you don't find it, ring back straight away when you get back and we'll send you another one out. But it won't get you till Monday now. And I said, oh, and that surprised me, actually, because I always thought it came within 4 hours, but it doesn't anymore. They use Royal Mail to deliver. A little wonderful service, Royal Mail. I like the post office. And so they said it wouldn't be now until Monday. I said, OK, so I put the phone. I said, is there an express option? Can I pay to have it quicker? He said, no. He said, it's Royal Mail and that's the way it is. OK, fair enough, put the phone down. So I got back on my bike again and I went back over the forest, crossed that busy main road again, and every 200 or 300 yards I stopped and I rang it and listened. Couldn't hear it. I mean, it's so quiet over the forest, you know, you would hear it. If you could hear it, you would hear it if it rang, and it's as simple as that. Incidentally, this programme is not sponsored by Sports Direct. I do have a very chavvy cup with me today from sportsdirect.com, which cost me 49 pence around January, I think it was. Vicky Gannon, who's with us this afternoon, hello Vicky, who writes, what's worse, looking chavvy on your bike wearing tracksuit bottoms, or dressing up in those spandex outfits like you are racing on the Tour de France? I think you're better off embracing your inner chav. Oh, I agree. I mean, don't they look complete and utter idiots with those spandex outfits on their bikes? Don't you think? Who on earth invented that? Is it a fashion thing, or does it make them go faster? I can't stand those tightly fitting spandex outfits these so-called professional cyclists wear. No, you're better off in that. Oh, by the way, before I left the house this time, I changed into my shorts, which actually I do have on at them. I have my short. I'm exposing my legs today because my legs got very, very hot. It's actually quite a warm day here. It's probably about 72, 73 outside. And of course, on a bike, you get hot anyway. So that's it. So every 200 yards I read it, and then I went past these two rather suspicious characters who kept looking in hedges. I don't know what they were looking for, maybe blackberries or something like that, possibly. But I bet they've picked it up. So as I got towards them, I rang the phone, and it was ringing in my butt. I didn't hear any ringing. So they, you know, I had in my mind, I had falsely accused them, boys and girls. I had falsely accused them. Continued on my journey. Went past some other three young lads, probably about 15 to 18, who was sitting down on a wall with mobile phones. Oh, I wonder if one of them's got my phone. So once again, I stopped my bike and I rang it. By the way, you may notice, if you're in America, you'll notice that's a different ringtone to yours. Our ringtone in the UK is... Whereas I happen to know your ringtone in America is... Isn't it? It's a bit more like that. Anyway, so I rung the phone. When I was by these three lads, nothing. Not a thing. Couldn't hear a thing. I carried on, continued. Went a bit further, and I just kept doing this. And then when I was about half the way back to Crowthorne, I rang it again, and someone answered. I thought, hello. Who could this be? A man answered the phone. I said, hello. I said, have you found my phone? He says, hello, mate. Yeah, he said, yes, I have. He said, I've just been going through it. I rung one of the people, the last person you called, Jason Alexander. I said, and he's probably trying to ring you at home. Oh, okay. I said, well, I'm at so-and-so. Whereabouts are you? Can I come and pick it up? He said, I'm in Crowthorne. So I'd actually lost it right at the end of the track, because I said to him, where did you find it? He said, I just found it at the green barriers where you would enter the woods from Crowthorne. Now, I happen to know, of course I know, because I cycle over it, but at that point is like a very big, that very small bump, and you know it's a foot. It's not like sudden. You can go over it. You know, you can go over it on your bike, but you've got to slow down, otherwise you'll just fly off it. And that's where it's jumped out. You see. I said, whereabouts are you? He said, oh, I'm near the library in Crowthorne. I said, okay, if I can meet you there, I'll be about 15 minutes because I'm coming back that way now. He said, yeah, okay. I said, I do appreciate it. I've got a little something for you as well. He said, no. He said, I don't want anything for it. I said, no, please, I insist. I said, I want to give you something for this. He said, okay then. So I cycled there, rang him when I got there. He turned up. I said, I'm wearing a bright green chavvy T-shirt. I don't know if that did anything for him at all or not, but there we are. Unfortunately, I had to cycle past that dreadful little shop while I was there. You know, I looked the other way when I was cycling past that. I mean, how can anyone want to go in one of these places, eh? Please tell me that. So I got there, and within 20 seconds he appeared. He just appeared. I mean, it was like a magician here. Appeared on the other side, and he came, and I said, oh, thanks very much, mate. I want you to take this. And I gave him £10, you know, about $20. Mikey Holt's ears have probably just pricked up then, because I said I gave someone £10. I tell you what, Mikey, when I come to Grantham, what I will do is lose my phone somewhere, okay? Because I know you're always on the make, aren't you? I'll lose my phone somewhere, purposely in Grantham. and then I'll ring you and tell you where it is, okay? And then you can go and find the phone and ring me back and tell me that you've found my phone. And then I'll say to you, well, thanks for finding the phone. I'll give you £10 if you return it. How does that sound to you? Eh? Shut up! So I've done that, and that was it, really. So very, very happy. Nice ending to that, isn't it? And a very nice man. And he says, I said, there you go and buy your wife some a drink or something tonight or whatever. He said, no, I'll tell you what I do, because he was running, you see, and I remember overtaking him now. He said, I'm running a marathon to raise money for so-and-so. I'll put it to that. I said, oh, whatever, mate, you know, it's entirely up to you. So nice ending to that story. And then on the way back, I saw the fish and chip shop was open, and now, of course, I'd been out nearly 2 hours now, which I hadn't intended to do. So I came back and I stopped at the fish and chip shop, ordered fish and chips, which was a bit pricey. I thought a cod and chips, £5.10, which I thought was a bit pricey myself, but I was so hungry by now. And of course now, time is getting on, and I didn't have time to go home and cook dinner and be up here for the 3 o'clock show, you see. So it all got rather confusing, it did, yes. So I did that, got the fish and chips, and then cycled back. And on the way back, this man wanted to do a survey, so I did the survey with him. I told you, so across the road, got back here, and here we are. So I rung up the Orange mobile phone people again and told them that I found the phone, and that was all well and good. Please, can you unbar it now? And I think that's probably been unbarred now. I haven't tried it yet. Let's just try it. See if that's unbarred yet, because I asked them to bar the. Oh no, we're still barred at the moment. Never mind. Number barred. Never mind. Maybe I have to turn it off and turn it on again. Do I? I don't know how that works really. Oh mate, well, what in? So that's it. So I rung them. I said, oh, why are they? I have been having a couple of problems with it. So at the moment, while I'm sitting here doing the show now, I'm waiting for the technical assistants to ring me, because they were very busy and they couldn't take the call. So they did say they would ring back probably within the hour, which is in the space of this show. So I might have to take a call later on. So it's got a happy ending, hasn't it, eh? The case of the lost and found mobile phone. Very pleased with myself. There we are. So that's what I've been doing this morning. Now, it's not the... oh, by the way, if you want to join in, don't forget the email address. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. My Skype-in number, if you want to join us live, it's just coming up to 25 minutes to 4 o'clock on Saturday the 4th of September 2010. If you're with us at that time, then you're watching or listening live. You can join in by Skype. My Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. Click your add contacts there, United Kingdom Radio. And the phone-in number is a London number, a local London number, 020 3287 1488. 020 3287 1488. Some emails coming in since the last show then, and a couple of old ones as well, actually. First of all, Mark, who was with us live for Thursday's show, and we were talking, he was asking me if I'd decided whether or not to go to Las Vegas, and I've kind of decided, no, I'm not really going to go to that now. He is taking his other half to Las Vegas for Christmas and the New Year. And I said, well, what are you going to do? He said, we wanted to do something different for Christmas and New Year. Last few years here in the UK at Christmas were really boring, so we thought we'd take the plunge. Plan on going to see Barry Manilow, as you are. Yes, I've got my tickets here. They're waiting for May next year. Planning on going to see Barry Manilow if he's on, and possibly Sure. Do you believe in love? You're in love. Do you like Sure? Any Sure fans? Mikey Holt, do you like Sure and Barry Manilow? He likes Barry Manilow, does Mikey Holt? That does impress me, actually. Well done, Mikey, for liking Barry Manilow. New Year Eve is amazing in Las Vegas. They close the strip and it's one huge street party. I bet that's cost you an arm and a leg, innit? God dear me. How can you afford to go on these things? You only drive a blooming train, for Christ's sake. It's a train driver, Mark. Yes, yes. I'd quite like to sit in a cab. Mark. I'm not quite sure if you listen to the recordings of the podcast of this show, but is there any chance I could sit with you in the front of a train one day? Maybe I could push that little button that rings the bell. Could I be a guard for a day? I could do Mila Dolls! Psh, oh no, that's on the Underground, isn't it? I used to go on the London Underground, and the guard at the back would shout, "Mind the doors!" And you get this hiss of compressed air, and it would go, and then the train might make a strange noise like this, and then it would just click and it would move off. Oh, I love the trains. Thank you, Mark. Hello to Robert in Ice. Oh, let's do some instant messages coming in here. Mikey says, I bought my waffle maker from Lidl, £20. Is that all it was? You must eat something else other than waffles, Mikey Holt. You must eat fresh fruit and vegetables. It's very important for a young boy at your age trying to grow up. He says it's been working well for years. Everything at Lidl, Aldi, minus the electronics, is rubbish. I don't know. No, Joe Morris is from Tennessee. Yeah, Joe's from Tennessee. I remember that. Hello to Sean, who's having trouble with Sainsbury's. He's going to tell you all about that in his show later. Sean Rich's show live this afternoon at 5 o'clock UK time. Sean, I can't remember. Are you coming over on the new system? I think you are, aren't you? We've got we're at the moment changing over to a new system of broadcasting, which won't make any difference to you at all. If you ever want to listen or watch any of these shows, but certainly my shows live, you can join me on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time. Okay? And also on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time, live at unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. All right? So once again, if you're listening to a recording or watching a recording, you can join me live Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock and Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time by going to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. We have a lot of other presenters now here on the show. Newest 2 started last night. Their podcast is now up, and you may want to have a little listen to that. Terry Turner and Travis Mitchell. And once again, go to the main United Kingdom website, radio. That is at unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. You'll find the schedule there when the shows are live. You'll find the button to listen to the audio stream. All shows are carried on the audio stream. Some shows are also carried on the video stream. And we will always tell you if it's available in video as well, and in which case you can hit the video stream. But always, all the shows are carried on the audio stream. We're kind of changing the way we connect. Certainly the other presenters connect to me, and that's going through at the moment. And I think Sean is going to use the new method tonight, aren't you? Yes, he is. Yes, you can, if you want to use Ustream as well, you can do, Sean. Just make sure that the audio one's working as well, all right? Mikey says, oh dear, you've got it wrong. It's sure, pronounced share. Is it share? Oh, thank you, Mikey. I knew you'd find something wrong. Well done, Mr. Noel. You remind me of that new girl on... Do you watch Waterloo Road? There's a new girl on there. Now, what's her name? Black girl she is. No, she's not black girl. She's a mixed race girl. Oh, what's her name? Anyone watch Waterloo Road? There's a new mixed race girl on there who is just a total and utter know-all. Oh, don't they annoy you? Mikey Holt's one of those people. I bet you annoy people a lot, don't you, Mikey? With your know-all attitude. And he says he's found something else. He says, you've got it all wrong. The song is, it's Do You Believe in Life After Love? Is it? Do you believe in life after love? Are you sure? Oh, Mikey Holt, you haven't been dressing up as Cher, have you, with a hairbrush in your hand in front of a mirror? Oh, dear. I mean, you're giving the game away now. You really are. Are you starting to dress up as Cher and performing in front of mirrors? It's all very worrying, really. Oh, let's get to these emails then. Robert in Iceland writes, notes from the roof of the world as Iceland thinks of the winter that is yet to come. I mean, to be honest, let me just finish this tea. Do you know I've had this tea 40 minutes here? Oh, I've got something else here as well I'll talk about in a minute. I got news of my garden. News of my garden, okay? And Robert writes, Dear Chris and friends of United Kingdom Talk. This morning I noticed a slight greying on the upper slopes of our mountains, which gave the first indications of winter, and added to this, I was awoken by the sound of geese. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what geese sound like. Is there anyone out there that could do an impression of a geese who's with us live? Then send us a message in, and I might get you to do that. All right? Can anyone do a pic? Can we find geese noises? Just a minute. Perhaps I can find something on Tinternet. 1 minute. Geese. Was it geese? Geese. Geese noises. 1 moment, please. Duck and goose sounds. Geese noises. Oh, here we are. Look. We got the... Oh, it's all sorts of things. Oh, well, there's different types. Oh, I didn't know this. Well, let's try the Canada goose. Here we go. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, it's not found that. Oh, don't say none of this is going to work. Oh, none of it works. Let's try something. Let's try another. Facts on animal sound effects. Maybe we can find it here. Animal sound effects. No. Guide to sound and noise. Oh, here we are. Hang on. Duck, eagle, elephant, fly, frog, horse, hyena. No. Oh. Oh, sounds of nature. Is it there? Sounds of nature. Jungle. No. No, it's not a geese though, is it? What else we got? We got a cuckoo. Oh, I can't find any geese noises. How disappointing. YouTube noises. Geese. YouTube, of course. YouTube. That should be it. Goose noises. Here we go. Goose noises.
Okay, this is Paige making a goose noise. Go.
No, that's a little girl doing it. Hang on. Geese. Geese honking on a spring morning. Let's try that one. Is that geese noises? There's another one here. Honking geese, it says. Hang on, hang on. And their necks go up, don't they, when they're doing it? Oh, how funny. Vicky says, there's lots of Canada geese around here. You have found the sound. Thank you very much, Vicky. That was the noise of a Canada geese. Did you even know that? No, you didn't, did you? Neither did I. We've all learnt something today, except, of course, for Mikey Holt, who knows everything. Who knows everything and likes to mention this. Back to the email. Where is it now? On the upper slopes, which gave the first indications of winter, and added to this, I was awoken by the sounds of geese, a sound which can only mean they have started to flock. And like so many other years, one of these mornings the sounds will no longer be heard, as they will have started their journeys back to the wintering grounds, dreaming of long summer days spent on the roof of the world. Travels that will take them far and wide. Travels to England, for example. Many of our swans go to Norfolk. One notices also the stillness in the air and period of anticipation. A period of change and a period of saying goodbye to the spirit of summer. It is interesting to walk the fields in the land of 24-hour sunlight. There is a flurry of activity, and yet such a peace that can only be found when nature is content. And sometimes be heard in an English garden zoo, too. I know these sounds, and they are magical and a gift to those that walk the hills while others sleep. The house is silent now, with both girls, that's both his girls, having returned to school, and it is a silence that almost deafens one. For the first time since the last of the snows in the late spring, I find there is a bite to the air now, a crispness that seeks only to make one hurry all the more to get jobs done before one has to retreat into one's house. We sit around the table and exchange timetables and allocate time for this and that as we try to fit all the jobs and places we need to be. There is now an urgency that can come from a chill in the air, replacing the lazy days of summer. I wonder if it's at all possible to bottle the long summer days and when the need arises take a sip or two. A nice thought, and yet there are joys to be had in winter. Things like skiing, throwing snowballs, or sitting inside, all nice and warm, and planning summer adventures. Oh, I don't agree with that. There's nothing nice about winter. I hate it. I hate the cold weather. You know, I mean, we've got a few, you know, another couple of months to go, possibly, before I have to start putting on a coat. I hate winter. That's why I go on holiday now in January, to get away from the nasty coldness. Robert says, our lambs that have spent the summer high up in the valley will soon have to be brought down and taken to market. Then around Christmas time, the ewes will be put with the rams and the cycle of life starts all over again. It's the circle of life. I like that song, don't you? Elton John, yes. Farming is a much to do with hope and expectation that just about anything else. And that's from Robert in Iceland, regular correspondent to this programme. And an exclusive correspondent to this programme, if you don't mind me saying so, boys and girls. I don't think anyone else gets letters from Robert, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. There we are. Jennifer, who's with us live, was listening to the show the other day and has picked up on the fact that I've started doing bits of DIY around the house. Yes, I have fixed my guttering and I have repaired the safety switch on a lawnmower. Very pleased with myself. Saving myself in total on those two jobs alone probably about £150 to £200. How wonderful is that? Oh, Video Nick. Hello, Video Nick. Whereabouts are you in the world? Are you in UK or somewhere else? Who corrects me? I have been corrected again, boys and girls. I can't believe it. Twice in one day. Video Nick says, just a quick grammar note. Geese is plural and goose is singular. Thank you. Thank you. So the sounds we heard were from geese, not gooses. There is no such word as gooses. I'm surprised that Mikey Holt didn't pick up on that, and I really am. Clearly, he wasn't paying attention. He's probably doing several things all at the same time because he's a clever so-and-so. Just like that mixed-race girl in Waterloo Road, a TV series, started last year. Does anyone see that? Waterloo Road, BBC One, Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. Wonderful. They've got a new headmistress, who I quite like her. The new headmistress, yes. Thank you, Video Nick. Very kind. Right, is there any other messages there? No, I don't think so. Okay. Anyway, Jennifer picked up on the... by the way, I have done more DIY as well. Yes. Because yesterday, I'm very pleased to say, my new steamer chair arrived. You're wondering what a steamer chair... Oh, Video Nick says... Just a minute. Oh, Video Nick is in Winnipeg, Canada. Oh, well, you've got a lot of geese there, haven't you? Do you eat them a lot? Do you eat geeses? They're massive things, aren't they? Blooming great big things in the sun. Oh, you don't want to be hit by one of their poos, do you? Accidentally look up and get one of those in your eye, you'll never see again, dear. You will never see again, Nick, if that happens. You really won't. Let's have a look. He's just typing a message. I'll read it out to you. Type faster. Come on. Come on. Push those buttons. Nope. No, he's still... Oh, here we are. Mikey has too many waffles. They clog the they do clog the brain. And they will also clog your arteries, Mikey. You must have fresh fruit and vegetables. I have a lot of that. That might be my wind problem, actually, all the fruit and veg. Do you think? Bit worrying. Yesterday, my new steamer chair arrived. But that wasn't without its problems. Have a look on the internet if you want to see a picture of a steamer chair. It's like a long wooden chair that sits in the garden. All right? And I was sitting there watching... I was actually watching Waterloo Road, a recording of it yesterday afternoon. And I suddenly heard something get pushed through the letterbox. So I rushed quickly, because I thought that's a bit late for the postman. And it was a card telling me that my item... they're sorry I wasn't in... my item had been left with a neighbour. So I quickly opened the door and I caught the bloke. I caught him. Scruffy old git he was. Blimmin' scruffy old bloke he was. Yeah, not old at all. Probably about 25, 26 years old. Beard, long, greasy hair. I said, "Excuse me, mate, you trying to deliver something?" "Oh, I've left it with your neighbour now, mate." I said, "Well, why didn't you knock?" He said, "Well, I did." I said, "I'm sitting in the living room next to the front door. You didn't knock. Have a good afternoon," and went. So what's all that about, eh? Why didn't he knock on the door? Do you know that's a couple of times that's happened here? And I don't understand why they do that. They push the card through and they're off. Most annoying. Actually, I should have made a note of the company that delivered and made a phone call about that one. That really annoys me. Anyway, my neighbour had and the other thing, you know, why leave it with a neighbour if I'm in anyway? Strange man, strange man. So this steamer chair arrived yesterday, and of course it was flat pack, and I put it together myself. I'm just so clever now. I can do anything now, anything. I repair gutter, repair lawnmower, put a steamer chair together. Next week, I think I might attempt a complete bathroom installation. What do you reckon, eh? Taps and pipes and all sorts of bits and pieces. Is that a good idea? Anyway, Jennifer was listening to that show where I was talking about my DIY activities. Unfortunately, I mentioned if anyone needs anything done, please let me know. And she has now sent in ticket number 56987 from Jennifer, need room fixed. It says, type of work requested, tear down dry wall on west side of room. Remove all mould and damaged wood stripping. Reapply new wood stripping. Replace drywall and repaint wall to original appearance. Date requested 2nd of September 2010. Requested completion date 10th of September 2010. Jennifer, I don't think it's going to happen, darling. I'm sorry, love. I don't think that's going to happen. Sean says, don't install a bathroom in case you get your finger stuck down the plug. What on earth are you doing sticking your finger down plug holes? Some very, very strange people listening to this show today. I'm telling you that now. Why do they do that? Okay, let's have a look here. I have got one more email, but I've got an email here from Mark. New listener. I will read this. Mark's actually written a story, and we'll read that out on the next show. It's only a page long. Mark writes, "Hi Chris, always listen or watch your pods and your programme talking about short stories. I have attached one, which I wrote a couple of years ago. It's nice and short, and although exaggerated, it is true. It takes a few minutes to read. Certainly A clean file and tested. I am a security engineer. Yeah, but you could be saying that, Mark. You could be telling me that your file is clean and tested and that you're a computer security engineer, but really secretly you're trying to send through a virus to infect me. There's enough viruses infecting me in this place, I'm telling you. I'm not having them in the computer as well, dear. Dreadful. Tom Harris, stop laughing. Tom Harris is with you in 5 minutes' time at 4 o'clock. I think, are you coming over on the you're coming on the Ustream, aren't you? Yes. It's all getting a bit complicated while we change over our methods of transmission, boys and girls. Tom, if you want to log on to the Ustream now, no, you can't, can you? Because I'm on there. No, you've got to wait till I finish. Yeah, that's right. Mark says you also spoke to Millie in Minnesota, regular friend to the programme. Regarding in starting an internet station, and she was disappointed getting in. No, she started a podcast. She doesn't do an internet station, but she hasn't got many listeners at the moment. She has to go for it, as you said. It's a love, a hobby, and it does take ages to get to listeners. Yes, as I've spoken to a couple of people on United Kingdom radio, you know, who are disappointed that there are only 1 or 2 listeners, perhaps. But, you know, this is not an instant thing. It takes a long time to build up listeners. This show's been going for 5 years. You know, it is interesting. I'm not led by statistics at all. But I was looking the other day, and by far, more people watch or listen to a recording of the show, i.e. a podcast or on YouTube, than watch the show live. It's strange, isn't it? I can look at my equipment here and tell you 5 people are watching this programme at the moment on Ustream, and 8 people are listening on the audio stream, okay? Now, by this time tomorrow, 80 to 100 people will download a recording of the audio programme, right? And about 60 people will watch it on YouTube. So you can see the difference. I wonder why that is. Why do more people... Is it just like a convenience thing, I suppose, isn't it? That's why it's always important to give out the email, you see, so that you know you can join in at any time, whether it's live or recorded. Okay, feel free to use the email, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Or nearly out of time here. He says, by the way, glad that your weight is coming off. Personally, I think you look okay. I put a stone over the last couple of years, and I hate not being able to get into my shirts. Well, I can, but I have to hold my belly in. Yeah, but the trouble is, there's nothing worse than a tight shirt, is it? It's just horrible. It's horrible. Marseille, I think your talk, United Kingdom talk, is superb, and I love Mikey Holt and you winding each other up. Mike is all right, he is. He just needs a little bit of leadership, that's all. Anyway, thanks very much for your email, Mark. And he just sent a story, which I'll read out, just a very short story, which I'll read out on the next show. Okay, time for me to go. My email address, join in at any time, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Tom Harris coming up with you here on United Kingdom Radio straight after me at 4 o'clock UK time. I'll see you again Tuesday morning at 11. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. 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 Have a good